Yo, what's up, my beautiful people? This is Elvis Derry, the king of YouTubers, and I'm back in the fresh and brand new episode. So if you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and turn on that beautiful notification bell. So I'm joined here by a brother, all the way from the US, Kellen. But I will let him introduce himself. You know, he's such an amazing person doing amazing things, great things. And today we're going to talk about all those great things that our brother Kellen is doing. Kellen, welcome to my channel.
Thank you, Elvis. My man, Kenya, and the rest of the world. I am Kellen Kash, Kellen Coleman. I am the founder of CPRfirm.com, where we serve in consulting and public relations and a full service firm. And today I'm here just to talk about the Diversified Game podcast and the academy that I have that is going to help people travel to Africa, taking the guesswork out of it. So yeah, thank you, Elvis, for having me.
You're much welcome, my brother. Much welcome. You know, so you guys are. I'm gonna put Kellen's links in the description down below. So make sure you support my brother right here. Support him in his channel. Follow him. Subscribe to his channel. And I believe together we grow together. Pamoja, okay? Do you understand what I'm saying? Pamoja, we grow.
I got you.
Huh?
Yeah,
together we grow, right? Yeah, man. So Kellen, a few days ago, you sent me a course about traveling to Africa. You know, first of all, I would love you to tell us more about it. Then I'm gonna give you my own opinion, what I think about the course. Much welcome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the course, Prepare for My First Trip to Africa, is a course that I put together. Traveling to over 18 countries, traveling sometimes with my family, sometimes with clients, sometimes by myself. I didn't see another course that focused just on the 54 countries and counting in Africa. And I say in counting because of, you know, what's going on in certain countries and people, Amazonia, you know, wanting to be its own country and other places wanting to be their own country. But I wanted to have a guide for especially Westerners or maybe Africans who haven't traveled to Africa in 20 years to say, take the fear out of it, take the guesswork out of it, from finding your flights to packing to getting there and having your first meal and it being in your hotel or Airbnb, etc. How do you do it? And I wanted to make it a course because so many of us are used to learning in a course-like setting. So I have video and I have a PDF, written documentation, and, you know, PowerPoint for the people.
Okay. So like, how many countries have you been to in Africa?
I have been to about 4 different countries. South Africa was my first, Ethiopia, Cameroon, Kenya, and I like to say that I've been able to interview folks from probably another 40 of those countries. There's probably maybe only a handful of people I have not tapped into with the Diversified Game show that I do on YouTube and on iTunes and Spotify. I interview entrepreneurs from all over. And so I feel like I've been able to tap into to see some of the differences. Because, you know, my brother, things are, it's one Africa, which you call Ugali on the west side. They call it, you know, Fufu, Agari. Right below you, in Malawi, they call it, you know, Nsima. Everyone in Malawi, Mulibonji. You know, it's like that cassava plant, that plantain, that beef, whatever your diet is, we're all probably eating the same thing, calling it something different, and putting a slight variation due to climate and export. So that's my story.
Also, like so many of our brothers and sisters in the diaspora, you know, many of them have never been to Africa, right? They have never experienced that African feeling, you know. And so what is your first impression while coming to Africa? Like your first impression in the countries you visited?
When I first got to South Africa, everybody told me I wasn't going to the real Africa. They said, oh, that's Western European Africa. And I think that you can, if you want to say that, fine, but it depends on how you go, because I'm a real traveler. So when I go to South Africa, I might go to the Monte Casino but I might stay at, some of the best places, but I also can stay with friends. I was a young man, single at the time. Let your imagination wander. I was able to wander, and wherever I laid my home, I was able to go. But I also went to Soweto, and I didn't just go on the bus and tour. I went to church in Soweto. I went and talked to my friends, family members, our friends in Soweto. The same thing when we went to Kenya. And it's a business trip, but we're going to go to the Flaming Casino, stay at the Kempinski, but we're also going to go touch the people and hang out in Kibera, which is, once you're there and you see how it's all Black, and when you leave this country, anywhere you go, you're not really Black, you're just American first. So you're the crazy American, the ignorant American, the American who, what do you mean it's not glasses, it's spectacles? I've actually heard some Mzungus say that to folks in London, of all places. So I just feel like it's freedom. And Elvis, let me tell you, I think that a lot of our people are looking for geo arbitrage, where their money goes further. And that's one of the selling points for Africa, because your money can go further, but also the kindness and the love is genuine. People really want to know, how are you doing? And if you're not doing well, they're willing to take care of you.
Yeah. So like in the course, in the coming to Africa, traveling to Africa, in that course, are you also teaching, the people who will be coming, let's say, for example, in Kenya, would they be taught like the culture of Kenya, different African like traditions, foods, or will they just be visiting, like how the tourists come just to see the animals? Will there be more to that when they come to Africa?
There'll definitely be more to that. And I do tap into the cultural differences, because culture is so many things. And I talk about, from the food to the money to the hotels to the budget traveler to the baller traveler. I'm not one of those. Only when we went on the group trip to Kenya, that was my first safari, because I never want to see people or see animals when I go to Africa. Like, that's the last thing I want to do. And I only needed to do that one time. I never need to do that again in my life, unless I'm bringing my wife, because her being an African, she's never seen a safari. She's gone to the zoo, but to see a safari and to say Kenya is so beautiful, and the safari, and you just mentioned the animals. What about the people? Did you go downtown? Did you see Jumia, the Amazon, the Africa Amazon that, I'm definitely a investor in, and you can be too. So that is what I want to see, the people, because I want to build. I don't want to just be a tourist in Africa. I want to invest and find great people like yourself and say, okay, you have a business, Elvis. How do we get you more clients long term? How do we get you more money? And how do we expand, to hit your vision and your dream?
So I know you have roots from Cameroon. I believe you're a Cameroonian right now. Can you please tell us more about that?
Oh, Cameroon, beautiful place. Bilingual, English and French, and Cameroon, like most places in the world, it has its pockets. If you want to be posh and be in Bastos, you're in Bastos, and it seems like everywhere you go, even in America, the closer you are to the government, the more posh the areas are. But my favorite place in Cameroon is on the English side, not just because of the English, because it doesn't matter. I can make my way through any place. Paris, Germany, languages, pick it up when you need it. But I like the English side of Cameroon, where things are a little more, to me, organized, and they're also more laid back, and you're by the water and the beach. And I'm that type of person. I love being in Mombasa more than Nairobi, because I want to go get baptized in the water and enjoy myself. I love Cameroon, and I love Kenya too. Don't ask me which one I prefer, because it would be an unfair question, because I love like where you are, and depending on who you're with and what you're doing, can depend on what you like more. You know, I just want to be with my family wherever I'm at, and I'm pretty much a happy guy.
Okay. Also, like many of our brothers and sisters in the diaspora, many of them they've never come to Africa, right? Many of them that have never experienced Africa. They don't have that full exposure. The only things they know is what they see on TV about Africa, like the poverty, famine, and all the negative things that the media in the US, in the UK, and all those countries they portray. So how will you encourage our brothers and sisters in the diaspora to come, also to invest in Africa, travel to Africa, even marry Africa?
Yeah, so we would always say that the images we see on TV. Yeah. TV is dead. YouTube, Amazon, Netflix, Hulu, Tubi, whatever platform you can get. There's a new one created every day. There's over 1,000 of these streaming platforms, some free, some pay service. So what I would say is, if you have a negative idea of Africa as a whole, then it's what you're watching. And you need to turn off the negativity. You need to stop listening to people who came as missionaries or military, or maybe they were movie stars and they're comparing it to their movie star lifestyle that you don't even live. And so, Africa, what it will do is free you up from consumerism, because you don't have to keep buying things to make you feel happy when you have loving relationships, when you can enjoy a nice beer and nice food, or maybe you like wine or just, fresh juice or pop. You don't need what you need in Africa, what you think you need here, because it's so consumerism in the West, from America to Canada to, Europe, and you're having to buy just to stay afloat. All the things we buy, Elvis, a lot of those things we could have in Africa. Let's say for house help, for example, we have these $600 robots, some people who have the right floors, that clean the floors and all that. But in Africa, for $150 in many places, you can have house help who may even live with you, who can, you're not your driver, it's like a friend to me. It's a family member, because that driver, when you eat, they eat. It's not like the TV or movie show you and you tell your help, oh, go over there and eat over there. No, it's one unity, and it's how you pick. And it's the same way on how you pick a relationship of who you're dating or marrying. So if you have a negative thought of Africa, or if you have a negative thought of women or men, it's because of who you surround yourself with and what you're consuming in your body. Stop eating that negative flesh and get into the real meat. And you know what meat is, Elvis? Meat is just food. So the fruit can be meat. Get into the real meat and detoxify your body and decolonize your mind.
Okay. So about the course, since you've started the course, you want to teach people, also help people to come to Africa, visit Africa. You as a trainer in that course, what do you expect now from people who will be training? What do you expect?
Well, I just expect them to go through the course and then apply the knowledge. And by applying, I want you to go see some of the travel hacks that I gave you to find cheaper travel, and, write a review and send me pictures or tag me on social media and say, hey, we've made it finally, and we never want to go back. We want to file asylum. I just want the people, I think we all can win, but a hashtag I put out there is, with unity, we all win. So it's not about me being numero uno. It's about all of us coming together, being able to step on each other's shoulders, as well as grab hands and say, come on, I got a shoulder too. And I just want them to apply, because ticket prices right now with this pandemic are lower than we've ever seen before.
Okay. Also, a quick question, okay? If you are given a chance to come and live in Africa permanently, will you take that offer?
Definitely.
And why?
I mean, that is our plan. And why? Because I feel that's where I'm supposed to be. And that will be another phase of my purpose. This is the first purpose, to show people how to do it. And I'm writing a course as well as on how to invest, and for those who want to go deeper into their ancestry, how to do their ancestry. But once that's all done and my wife completes some of the professional goals, that she's able to work anywhere in the world, and we go to Africa. We want to be 6 months on, 6 months off in different places. And then I would tell people who want to fully relocate, got a course for that. And this is how you do it. And we want to help you with the people who are already doing it. But the people who are doing it right now, a lot of them are elders. So there's going to need people to step in their place to show other people and help folks. The mind is a powerful thing. If you do not change your mind when coming to Africa, you need to go back home or anywhere else you want to go in the world. So I want to help those people. And that's a big problem because you're dealing with people who have kids, who have spouses. People are, Elvis, people are going to come to Africa and leave their spouse because they're going to say, hey, these women over here, they do something different. But I encourage people, before you leave your spouse and possibly ruin your whole relationship and you guys have got to this goal, let your spouse also decolonize her mind or maybe his mind, right? And let them change, because the African women are going to have a different impact in your life. I know, I married one. And it's a different ball game when a man can be a man and, he can say what he wants to say. And jealousy, it's not the same thing like here in the West, where somebody will break up with you because you liked and commented on an Instagram photo. It was a beautiful woman. Well, I mean, you're a man. If you want to comment, you can comment. Personally, I wouldn't because, cancel culture. But if that's what you want to do, show love. That's part of love.
Because like people, they know in a relationship, they know their roles. If you're a wife, be a wife. If you're a husband, be a husband. Like people, they know their roles here. So my brother Kellen.
If you're a second wife, you're a second wife. And if you're a third wife, I'm gonna go there, Elvis. Go
ahead. Are you planning to have more wives in future?
Oh, no. I have learned a lesson. I used to want to be like that. I learned a lesson years ago. Too many wives will bring you to an early grave.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, women are stressed. And maybe they say we're stressed too. I don't know. I think we're quite easy just knowing what I need. But no, too many wives, and the type of women that I love are very A personality. But those are conversations my wife and I have had prior. But no, I have seen it. They will kill you. They will kill your household. And the other wife may kill one of your peking, one of your children. So that's nothing that I plan on having. Used to be a young fool. As a young fool, I used to think like that.
Okay. Also, do you have any words to tell the Africans here in Africa? Because so many, in your course, I believe so many African Americans will be coming to Africa to visit, and they will come to interact now with us here in Africa. So, do you have any word to tell, anything just to tell the Africans here? Because we're going to be expecting more African Americans in the diaspora, Africans in the Caribbean coming to Africa. Do you have anything to tell us here?
Yes, set your businesses up. If you even thinking about a business, register your business. And if let's say it's in tourism, make sure you're on social media. Look what the Western companies do to attract these Westerners, because even in a lot of businesses here, when Africans come here, assimilation can kill a business, or it can really build a business. So know how these Westerners think. Most Americans, I'll say it, it's different between Canadians and folks in Europe. Most Americans, I find, don't know your history. They don't even know their own history, and they don't know geography. And so have patience and love for them and let them know, no, that's not really appropriate here, and this is why. Because all this, oh, we have rights and this has rights. When people come to Rome, or let's say Kenya, they need to be like a Kenyan. There's things that we do here that we don't want to hear all that. You know, we don't want to hear what human rights are. Nobody is the authority on human rights in your country. None of us want to see anyone hurt, but I want you to establish your businesses, and even with your government. Elvis, you know this. I want your business to be so official, so when the government needs to buy your services, you don't have to scramble for paperwork or to prove you've been doing this and gone to over 14 countries like Elvis, the king of YouTubers, has. You need to already be established with the record so they know you. So when they have a big contract for you, they get you. Or when we have Westerners who want to come over there, we know who you are, so we can pair them with you. And there's enough money for all of us to eat.
Okay. Also, like about the mindset, because you understand, like we have different mindsets, like from our brothers in the US and here, like different mindsets. Like for example, like in one of your videos, you say that when you are here in Kenya with a group of African Americans, someone in the streets told one of them that you have nice shoes, but the African American, he thought something different, because like we have like just small things that we need to change about our mindset, how we think, how we take things, because here the African man, the Kenyan man, he was meaning something different, but the African American brother, he thought it was something different, So how will you teach them? I mean, okay, sorry. How will you combat this issue?
So that issue is what I'm talking about, decolonizing and getting everything you are doing in your defense mechanism in the West, and all Americans have it, because this is a violent place. We got more gun murders than anybody. And I want to tell that story real quick so they fully understand. The Africans were complimenting his shoes, and he was ready to fight, thinking they wanted to take them from him. And it's because of how we are just built here, and that we're not just fighting, one enemy, we're fighting even ourselves. Like America is fighting America. You saw recently almost a civil war breakdown in DC. So how do we do that is, as the traveler, it's all based on the traveler. You have to, even if they were going to take your shoes, you almost have to be in the thing of giving. Because in Africa, somebody will give you the shirt off their back if you need it. Somebody would give you their shoes knowing that they could get new shoes. What are we talking about? We're talking about shoes. There's nothing better in life than to give. To give is to live. To give is to be blessed. No matter what faith or whatever you believe in, you get this feeling of giving. So we have to decolonize, even with eating of the hand. Oh, I need a fork. I can't eat with my hand. No, this is your fork. This is your spoon. There's studies that show the vibration that you get from your hand and the feelings are more powerful than when you eat with the spoon. You're taking away from many foods. And people say, oh man, this is on some hippie stuff. This is on the beginning. And this is deeper thinking. If you don't understand this, that you don't need a fork and a spoon to get into that injera, to get into that ugali, to get into that okra soup and bring that fufu and geri and encima and all those things we talked about before. The food is so much sweeter, and in Africa the food is so much sweeter, literally. But it's just on the traveler, and that's where I'm hoping to give them these scenarios so they know if they come across that they don't have to. No one wants to harm you. Is there crime in Africa? There's crime everywhere except heaven. There's crime, but you
very
don't have
true,
to.
very true.
It's not the same way, and you just have to be willing to give, because the rest of the world is not like America. That's what I would tell them. Just declutter your mind and don't come in with those scenarios. Because you know what, Elvis, they don't do that when they go to Jamaica and they're hanging out at the resort. Everybody's just living and free and oh, it's all good. But then you want to come to Africa or you want to come to Mexico and be like, oh, I heard this. Or when you remember because you've traveled to so many countries when people were going and getting killed in Dominican Republic, and folks are, oh, don't go to the DR. No, do some more research and see where people were dying at the bar, and at these resorts. I don't know. I'm not a big resort person, so that's not my thing. But I would just tell it's on the traveler. Africans can't do anything but welcome them in when they come.
Okay. So like I saw in online a random article that in the US people eat more junk food, compared to here in Africa, because here in Africa, junk food, that is luxury, but here we eat more of like the more of the traditional foods, the African foods. So I believe if my brothers and sisters, when they come here, they will be much more healthier, much more stronger. Yeah.
Much, and you won't crave for it. I'm addicted to sugar. I fight this addiction daily. Like that's my only addiction. And so I feel, and I've been a drug counselor before, so I understand the mindset, but I also that's my drug, because candy, but every time I'm in Africa, I'm not fiending and not desiring candy because the replacement is so much richer. And I don't have to have so many sweets. And even your kisses, I'm going there, folks. Your kisses will be sweeter in Africa. You bring your spouse and you give her a kiss after 24 hours, that kiss is not. It's going to be even sweeter. You're going to say, hey, what happened? What happened? That son kissed your spouse. I don't care what she looked like. That touch was that much warmer. You're going to say it's an African son. I'm going to say it's Mother Africa.
Yeah. My brother. So do you have any last words you would love to tell the people, our brothers and sisters who are watching this video right now?
Well, I would love to hear what you thought about the course since you went through it.
All right.
Take criticism all day.
Yeah, man. Like when I checked the course, my first impression is it was like it's a very nice course that it will allow us to connect with our brothers and sisters in the Caribbean, in the US, in the UK, like our African brothers around the world. Also, like it will be much more mind-opening to our brothers so that they can learn their roots, they can learn their culture, their languages, their foods here. And they should also know that we are one people, Here is home, Africa is home, and they are much welcoming. So I think this course, it will really bring a huge impact, not only to us Africans, as you have said, that we need to open businesses because our brothers are coming, our brothers and sisters, they are coming here to Africa. So it will really also create opportunities, not only to us Africans, because many of them, they will come with their skills, with their knowledge, their business ideas here in Africa. Also, as we will also come with our ideas and skills. And I believe that if we come together, we're gonna make a huge impact, because I believe that we can do it, man. And this platform, it will really help a lot in connecting us with our brothers and sisters in the diaspora and around the world, So my brother, keep on doing this project, because I know it's a very big and huge project, a very amazing project, and it's gonna change lives, man. I believe in this project, many people will intermarry, people will start families here, which is a very beautiful thing.
Well, I thank you. I thank you for those words, and I love. What I'd love is for everybody to create a course in their field, and be able to tie this into a university where I even have Elvis, the king of YouTubers, courses on my platform, and he has them on his, and everybody can make money. So we're working on some, affiliate links. And as soon as I work that out, I definitely will share that, because it's a way for you to not even create anything. Think, Amazon didn't create anything but infrastructure and a system. So if I can run other people's courses and they can run mine, I want that to happen, because that's how we get wealthy and how we build community and, there's going to be Africans in Africa right now who they need to watch this course so they can understand the Western mindset and see, oh, okay, they didn't know that about us. And also when they come over here, I gave enough travel hacks for them to benefit for the amount of money that I charged the course, because I wanted the course to be affordable for everybody. So, you know, it might cost you a night at the club. It might cost you a meal, depending on how you eat, right? Or a date.
Yeah.
But I just want people to tap in and let's travel more and let's love each other more.
Yeah. Man, that is so amazing, my brother. That's so amazing. This course is going to bring a huge impact of communities, not only here in Africa, but also in the diaspora. I believe that's all. Do you have anything else to add?
Hey, in Jesus' name, man, amen. That prayer is, I want that one to be answered, and I'm in full agreement. So I'm good, and I thank you for having me on, Elvis.
Yeah. So guys, make sure you go and check out the course. I'm gonna put the links in the description down below. Also, follow Brother Kellen on his YouTube channel. He interviews like different business entrepreneurs, you know, doing a very good job there. So you guys, like all his videos are so interesting, man. All his videos are very, very interesting. And please make sure you go and watch, support my brother Kellen, and together we will move forward. My brother, thank you so much.
Thank you.